I hope your day is going well and you make the best decisions for yourself and your loved ones. Um, so this is a natal chart reading I was guided to do. You could be a Pisces ascendant, which is in the first house, or you could have Pisces in your fourth house and Neptune as well. You may also have Neptune in your first house if you're a Pisces ascendant. So you're a Pisces ascendant with Neptune, or without Neptune, or you're a fourth house Pisces with or without the Neptune, okay? So that's what I'm getting here. Um, this just came out when I saw this reading. It said establish lasting generational wealth. So if you're a Pisces ascendant, you're trying to establish the 10 of tokens when you're dealing with like a legacy, a family to leave to your grandkids or your children. You may have your own business or something. So this is a touchy reading. So let me get everything. So if you're a Pisces rising or a Pisces ascendant, you could be soft-hearted, dreamy, okay, or this is how people perceive you as. You carry a mystical, somewhat um, ethereal vibe. You're extremely sensitive by nature. You prefer, sometimes things don't be this way, but you could prefer peaceful interactions and avoid confrontations at all costs with people. Um, you're really not an objective thinker, or this is how people see you. Um, you passionately cope with situations, and you could become detached when upset, and you will manipulate, or a Pisces ascendant will manipulate their way through any situation, especially if they have to. Sometimes Pisces ascendants don't even try to manipulate they self out of situations, and they still will. And for some reason, excuse me, for some reason it will work out for them. Um, they fit for their environment. They fit in with others, so they can change to fit in with environments and adopt easy if they want to, or they can just be to themselves. They're romantic, okay, creative and gentle. They connect with animals, often owning their own one, okay, or they want to own their own one. Hold on. Yes, and so with the animal thing, the first card that actually popped out was when I was just, trying to figure out how this reading was gonna go. I saw a veterinarian, a breeder, somebody that breeds animals, because the fourth house also talks about birthing. Okay, so this could be about animals, animal breeding. Somebody could have tamed a animal that they had. Okay, or they like to visit this group of people. This natal chart reading. You guys went to the zoo a lot when you was a child, with your father, and your mother too. Particularly the father, but the mother could be, in this reading as well. And or you just want to take your kids to the zoo, your grandkids, or something about the zoo. Okay. Okay, so Pisces can be devoted to others and can sense the energies that surround them. Okay, these are the ascendants. They can do that. Pisces rising sign is deeply introspective. This gives them a strong spiritual identity, and the color is purple, pinkish aura. Okay, because you could like purple or pink, or just drawn to that. Okay, so we're talking about, with the fourth house of Pisces, we're talking about family, ancestors, your roots, your home, both family, both the homes, okay, from where you set up and the home that you grew up in. So this is talking about the home you grew up in, and the home you want to set for yourself, or you probably have for yourself at this moment, or okay, whatever. And this house describes the real estate, so this could be dealing with real estate or how things go about the real estate. Just dealing with your home or when you was a child. Also the childhood and emotions, okay? So this is what the fourth house is talking about. And also, I wanted to add in that I feel like when you was a child, your father or your mother may have been on drugs or something about a drug addiction, seeing that type of thing, or knowing about something about your family or just people, or just seeing it with your childhood. You may have a addiction to drugs. You may could be getting therapy for it now. I don't really know the specifics, or you may have got out of it, or potentially you could be, or something to do with alcoholism. Okay, something to do with somebody trying to take themselves out of here. And my condolences. I don't wish that on anybody, or something about somebody, you knowing of somebody who has done that, who has tried to take their life. And I'm getting psychological uneasiness, nervous breakdowns, depression may resonate with you. I'm just keywords in this reading. Okay, people could see you as a fool if you're a Pisces, with you guys with this natal chart stuff, or in rare cases, you most Pisces, a lot of people say that they don't have a sense of reality. That's in very rare cases. So no, that's not true. It's a small group of Pisces out of all of the Pisces, or like whoever has this natal chart reading, that are out of reality with themselves, and it's probably the ones that's hooked on the drugs and addictions. Very, they're living that unhealthy lifestyle. Okay, so like I said, you guys are dreamy, mystical. Somebody could have said the word crackhead, and I'm getting incest in the family, funny family affairs. Someone in your family tried to sleep with you, and I'm also getting someone. This all could happen for one person, or this is something to do with this reading. And you know someone who has slept with their family. So if somebody in your family hasn't done it, or if you know somebody that hasn't had this going on, you knew of somebody, of a friend, or of a family. Hi, Pink. That's crazy that you came in here with pink, because pink and purple is the top of this reading right here. Can I say hi, Victoria? Hi, Victoria. Hi, War Thunder guy. Hi, everybody. And oh, you guys, I'm doing a Pisces natal chart reading. Okay, so if your fourth house is a Pisces, or has Neptune in it, and if you're a Pisces ascendant, okay. Hi, everyone. And this is what I'm talking about. So you guys could be religious or spiritual, or when you was a child, you grew up in a religious home, very religious home, or somebody that was very spiritual, into spirituality, okay? Or you could be getting into spirituality or some type of religion, okay? I'm getting as well. Or this is what you will be doing, okay? And something about paradise here, okay? Something about paradise here. So also, before I get into the cards, I just want to put out all of this stuff. You guys are trying to learn and study. Something could be distracting you. A lot of you are like teachers, researchers. You like to read books, or something about your brain being active. Some of you like brain activity games, like word games, crossword games, text twix, stuff like that, crossword puzzles, or this is what you want to get into. But I'm here to tell you, the more that you learn, the more you realize that you don't know enough. So you open to knowledge, and you're also open to rest from learning, studying, doing research and reading and teaching, because it can be a lot, especially if you're dealing with that Pisces energies. It's a lot. Like, you got to think of Neptune like it's a bunch of water. So if people can't get to the bottom of the ocean in our world, and we have a lot of water, just imagine what you will find if you was in Neptune. So it's like you guys are very intuitive, already deep. You're already deep into the ocean. So sometimes you just take a break from word games and books and stuff, because you relax, and you already intuitive. It's like if you in shape and you work out, you don't want to overwork out, when you could just take a break and then go back into it. Okay, so this is what I was getting, and I'm gonna get one more thing. Oh, someone here also was dealing with in their family when they was a child, somebody that constantly went to jail. I don't know if it was your father or your mother or some uncle or somebody. You witnessed them going to. You may have visited them into a prison when you was a child. You may remember going to a prison or some type of facility when you was a child, or you may have visited a prison or something about a prison. With your family member, something about incest in the family, and someone going to prison for doing something they wasn't supposed to do. I'm also getting a birth, someone having a child by somebody they shouldn't have, and something about a child, something that happened when you was a child. Oh, so the numbers here, I'm getting 369, um, the 369 code. I'm getting you guys know about this. I'm also getting the number 48, the number 9, and the number 60. Okay, so 369 also resonates in this reading. Okay, so the intent for you is in 43. The intent for you should be to stay aware of your surroundings. So you should be staying aware of your surroundings right now. Okay. Um, when you was a child in your family, or just when you was dealing with anything that has to do with your mother and your father, you was always aware of your surroundings. Okay, more so than most people. Also, you should be watching your surroundings more now than ever, and then also you just watch your surroundings more. I'm getting you guys watch your surroundings more than the average person, because you're more intuitive and you get things. Okay, so yeah, so that's what I'm getting. I'm getting also, yes, I'm seeing someone's father, um, that wanted to be in someone's life, and they was constantly a repeated offender, somebody that's repeated an offense, somebody you knew in your family or something to do with your family, or something, and 3 times this person been to jail, or 3 times this person been in prison. Okay, so this is your childhood. This could be leading to healing childhood traumas. Okay, because this is when you was a child, you was at psychological uneasiness. Okay, when it was something you may have caught somebody in your family, um, with another family member when you was a child. You are a light worker, your intuition. Okay, so you group of people, you are a light worker, so this could be why you had to experience a lot of these different things. Whether if it was you, if it's not you, you were surrounded by this energy, mostly as a child, even when you didn't know. So if you was going through this as a child, you didn't even know about this. Your intuition probably knew before you was aware of it as a child, because a lot of people probably thought you wasn't aware of things, but you was more aware of things than most people. And I'm getting your dreaminess, probably kind of helped you, like I was saying, like when you take a break from studying stuff, it probably helped you deal with this type of things when you was dealing with this with your father. I'm getting the father majority. Some of you, it has been the mother, or your mother may have been a Pisces. Okay, so some of you have Reiki powers, or somebody in your family, like if they're spiritual, you knew about them touching somebody, or if they touched you, in the healthy type of touch, like if you was in pain or something, it went away, or you may touch, like if you're in pain, you may touch your leg or something, and then you just realize the pain go away, and you will realize like, oh, the pain go away because it went away. Okay, or this could be your life purpose, something about making money. Your life purpose could be stemming to be a natural Reiki healer, to make money off of that. It's good money in that, all that, or something to do with spiritual. Okay, you may have known somebody that was spiritual, or you can improve symptoms in your body. Okay, or you can speed up healing processes, or somebody in your family, your mother, your father, had this type of knowledge. They may have a garden, because I'm getting vegetation or something like that. I'm getting you guys, some of you may have grew up in a home outside, it was herbs, or your parents may had a small garden, or something about herbs, something about eating vegetables as a child, or now you may want to. It's okay. Something to do with vegetables or something like that. So look, I did say trauma, childhood trauma. Okay, this is dealing with childhood trauma. So I'm gonna get the healing cards out once I get deeper into this reading to see, you know, what's the tea. Let's see. Okay, let's just do the cutting cords, because some things you may want to cut cords from some type of root of your family as a child. Or now, if you're a Pisces ascendant and you don't have Pisces in the fourth house, you could be having a lot of dreams or just memories back when you was a child, whether you healed from this trauma or not. But yes, you may be getting symptoms or flashbacks from things right now if you was a child. If that's the case, I would try to see if you have natural Reiki, have powers. Like if you're getting headaches or just dreams, like put your hands in that area and just go with the flow with your intuition and to try to heal that. Like when you have those thoughts, start making affirmations or something like that to wash that away, like with the Pisces, the water, okay? To cut that, okay? Then I'm gonna get some see, false spiritual person. Somebody, I said something about spirituality. So there was a spirituality in your family, but you knew somebody that was false. This could have been a mother, okay, or it could have just been anybody. But I'm getting somebody, particularly the first person that probably saw this is probably that resonate this is probably their mother. Take credit for other people's creations, ideas. So somebody, your mother could have been doing this to you, or your father, or somebody in your family could have been doing this to you. Okay, or you just knew somebody in your family that were doing something behind closed doors that other people didn't know about, and you caught them in the act. Okay, you have a family member that stalked you, or somebody was stalking your family when you was a child. Okay, yes, or somebody could have went to prison for stalking someone else. Okay, yeah, oh no, wanting you to do something ridiculous. So like I said, someone in your family tried to sleep with you. So this is you saying, oh no, wanting you to do something ridiculous. So somebody may have asked or waited for you to be 18 years old to do something with them in your family, and you just was like, no, okay? Or you was just like, hell no. Conceited, thinks everybody wants them. So this could have been somebody in your family that think this. Okay, I'm seeing a male speaking to a female, and this person may have always seemed conceited more than other people, and they had a rotten attitude. Or this person that you knew that was a false person as a child, you knew that people saw the good girl in them, or you saw them as a good person, but you saw them go bad, and they may have been nice to you, or just nice, or something about them changed. Something changed, and you saw this as a child, okay? And now let's get some, yes, messages from, let's see if we can get some messages from here. And then I'm going to get some healing messages and close this reading out, okay? So I don't want to be too long with this. You may be getting some information to learn, or you may be doing some research. So I'm not getting that you're stalking, but I can get like you may be doing some research on your family, your roots. You may have went to ancestry.com or something like that to go, or just got a blood DNA done to, or you thinking about doing it, or to see your family bloodline, and also to see your family tree. Yeah, something about your family tree. I'm seeing a tree with and carved initials on it as a child, something like that, in the back of the home, or somewhere in the home of something about a home. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Something about Q. Somebody's name could be Q, or something with Q. Something about your chi, staying in your chi, staying calm and at peace. peace with yourself. Something about rock, a rock by a tree, maybe a rack of money, a rack of something. Okay, something about a racket. Okay, something was far or something went too far. Somebody may have, when you was a child, you may have joked and passed gas a lot with like a family member, or you just remember somebody's gas was just off the chain. Something about tax season. Somebody may have filed taxes on you when you was a child when they wasn't supposed to. Okay, as yeah. So something about faxing. Somebody faxed this information or something like this. Something about a rocket. Okay, maybe somebody liked the space stuff when they was a child, or they thought about being an astronaut, or something about space. Something about a quarter, or a quarter of the moon. Um, something, a quart of something. It could have been liquid. Something you remember when you was a child that had something to do with a liquid. Something that was a quart. Okay. Somebody's name could be Rex. Something about a token. Something that was taken from somebody that shouldn't have been taken from them. You may be thinking about it. Somebody was very artistic. They like art, or they like to draw. You had to do this as a child because that's what you had the energy to do, or that's what you was told to do. So you did art. Something about somebody that was fat when you was a child, or you could have been called fat, or yeah, something about somebody's car, or something about a car when you was a child, something about your toe. I don't know if you tripped over your toe, you hit your toe, or you have a particular, something is different about your toe, or somebody's toe in your family. This could have been this person. Okay, something about a quad. Someone's acting. Somebody was an actor, a literal actor, or they was just a fake, like putting up a facade. Something about the ark. So this means you got in Genesis, the ark in Genesis. So you had these Bible study when you was a child, and you remember like certain sessions about the ark in the Bible about the Genesis, or maybe you should go and look in the Bible about Genesis, or something about Noah's ark. Or this is what you could be reading or something right now. Somebody's name is Eric. Okay, somebody Tammy, something about Ram, Aries, or somebody that was a hothead, something the color red, the planet Mars. Okay, something about the number 9. Somebody could have been born on the number 9. Or somebody's name is Chloe, Katie, Kate. Something about a kite. Somebody liked the kites when they was a kite. They like kites when they was a child. A rat. Somebody could be the rat, Chinese zodiac sign, or somebody could just be a rat, or they just went back running their mouth about a lot of things to you. Something about ETA, someone's ear, listening. Yep, listening to stuff. Okay. Somebody's name starts with RE or something like that. It's a masculine name. Somebody's ex, something to do. Your family member may have messed around with one of your exes or tried to. Okay, somebody may have argued and said somebody was better than somebody else. Okay, somebody had a cat. They may have named their cat. Okay, and this is an axe. Something about an axe. As a child, maybe you grew up on a farm or something, and you saw somebody, or you chopped wood pieces from a tree or something like that. After dark. Something about after dark. Oh wow, this is just resonating. Let me know that I was right about these weird family affairs. Okay, it was either you was involved in it, and I'm getting that you didn't want to. You could have been involved. I don't know. I don't judge, but something about an exit. So I'm getting somebody didn't want to do that. They exited from something. Somebody's name is Kurt, or Kurt, something like that. After dark. After something happened. I'm seeing attack. Something about an order. the other, something about somebody, the other of somebody else. Okay, somebody's name is Tara or somebody Terrence, something like that. Terry, something like that. Something about a fairy or a fairy, like, you know, at a carnival, like those things. And I think that's about, somebody's nickname could be Ree or Riri. And a girl has a name that starts with an A. It's like a different type of, like a name that you probably could see, like, you know, Anastasia with an A, something like that. A different type of A name that's mostly different, and it's a pretty name. It may be hard to spell. Yeah, somebody's name is definitely Tara. Something about a ferret. Okay. And something that's rotten. Look, it just, look at this. See? And I'm gonna end that with that part. Look, ROTT. Look, that's how you know it's resonating. These, y'all see me pull, or you will see me, and this could be any letter because there's nothing on there. So that's rotten. Look, somebody was rotten. They have a rotten attitude, a rotten heart, or they was just rotten with the way they treated you when you was a child. Something about fraught, F-R-O-T. Only grown people may know what that means. Two men. You probably seen two men in your family doing something when you was a child. Somebody is a rake. Something about raking leaves. Somebody is fake. And something about the fact of something is the truth. Something you said was the truth. So let's go to a healing messages, and then we're going to end this reading, okay? So what are those healing cards at? The heal. Healing. Wow. Well, while I'm looking for those, just give me a second. Oh, wow. Here's, okay. Just saw those cards. The healing cards. Come on now. I'm gonna look one more time. Yeah, so you guys, I'm just trying, because I'm just going with the flow. That's a fortune. So I don't really have to, it's some positive things that's coming in this reading. The first card that came out that I didn't even try to get out, it says establishing generational wealth. So whatever you're doing in your life or whatever you're going to is going to make money. You're going to be blessed not to, or fortune, here you go. You're going to be fortunate to have money that's comfortable enough for you, so you won't have to worry about finances as much due to this suffering that you went through or this trauma you went through as a child. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Good for you for saying no to, hi, Kiki. Wow, and I see Key in this reading as well. Somebody's name is Ka, something about Ka. Somebody could be Spanish and something about Kaka. So I'm just going back to what I was saying about the, okay, somebody could be from, something about Uranus. Somebody could be Aquarius. You associated with an Aquarius because they say that Uranus planets, if you was close to it in space, it smelled like gas and it smells really bad. So that could be what the F-A-R-T is. Okay. Something about a pot. Somebody's cooking something in a pot that you remember. Something about 10 people. 10 people, a ton of something. Okay. Somebody's name is Toka, Toko. Something about a taco. Somebody's Spanish here. Okay. Or something about Spanish people. Spanish family. Somebody gets tanned, or they have a tan on them right now. Something about rent. Money for rent. Okay. What healing message do we need to know for these, to heal this trauma from your childhood? And you have to save yourself too. He give you free will and teach us things on this planet so we can learn to save ourselves. Okay, integration, something about movement. Number 33. Somebody could be a master number 33, or they have this in their life path number could be a 33. So I'm getting you grew up with a religious background as well. Nature's duality. So something's different. Somebody could have twins, fraternal twins, okay, in their family. Something about the number 26 as well. Okay, something is black and white, white and black, opposites, ops. Okay. So something is changing. Something will change. Okay. If it's evil, you shouldn't be on this channel. Because if you feel like it's, in your opinion, if you feel like it's a saying evil, then it makes you evil to be listening. And that's a fact. Creativity, 39. So you're very creativity. You're very creative, and your cups are going to be full with money. Okay. You're very intuitive. This is that Pisces, and I said something about the pink and purple. And also with this cup, this creativity is back to art. Something about you doing a lot of art when you was a child, or you just, maybe you went to an art gallery with your parents. Okay. And look, a particular tree about a child. Somebody here carved their name or something in a tree. There's no demons over here. I can assure you that my life is going well. And if you keep running your mouth and you're getting in the way of me helping to heal people, I'm going to block you, because now you're the demon here, bringing you back here. You're a critter, nature's critter, exactly. You exactly, see, so I'm getting when you was a child, like you just waited till somebody speak, like you listened a lot. This goes back to the beginning of the reading, and this person is resonating with it. They spoke a lot of stuff, and they was not who they say they were, okay? And this is the person with the rotten attitude. Oh, let's get a description of what this person is doing. And another thing, nature's creator, if you believe in Jesus Christ and Lord to be your savior, you would know that God would tell people to mind their business and let people have their free will to do what they want to do. And I if I'm not forgetting, I'm 18, over the age of 18, and I pay my own bills, and you're not paying them, so I can do whatever I want if it's not harming anybody else or putting harm on myself. So you're wrong, and you're not very intelligent. And the algorithm brought you here for me to tell you that. Don't you feel a little salty? Don't you feel the salt in your mouth? But anyway, you may have felt made somebody feel like they were salty as a child, or they feel salty now because they could be reminiscing on some things as well. I'm getting these people, or whatever you've been through as a child, these people are thinking about you and reminiscing on some things back when you was a child. Okay? What the heck is... I think I moved some things around. Shoot. Oh, well, you probably already know the description of the person. Okay. I'm past whatever you talking about, nature's critter. Okay? But you have a nice night, and I hope the algorithm leads you to somebody else you feel that ain't evil, because that's really your opinion. Okay. Oh, look at that. See, I told you, you're going to get money, abundance. Not just money. Abundance could be abundance of peace. Having a peace of mind, or just floating through life a lot easier than what other people have to deal with because of the trauma that you've been through. Your intuition led you a lot of ways for those. And I'm seeing a Libra. I'm also seeing the sun here. Okay. So somebody could have the sun in their fourth house, and also somebody could have Libra in their fourth house as well. And this could resonate with this person if you know anything about natal charts. Okay. I don't need you to save me from nothing. I don't trust you to save my life in real life. Even if you knew, I don't know you, you don't know me. So I don't care about what you think or what you're doing. And I know, and as an adult, me having a high IQ, I don't believe nobody's supposed to be saving me but myself. So you can mind your business and leave. Stop letting the salt, because too much salt, it's not good for you. That's none of your business what God do with my soul. Because if it was your business, you would have knew me before I even came here. You need to go before you keep getting treated. Well, I'm going to just block you, but I'm just getting a kick out of you. I don't really care what you're talking about. So if you free to, you're on my channel giving me clout. Thank you. Thank you. And that's deformation of character. You can't call nobody evil unless you see them actually doing it. You got the wrong. And I'm just saying this. I'm not trying to argue with you or anything like that. I feel like you can have your own opinion if you want to. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to defend myself. But like that dude was saying, no Diddy, I think you should go to his channel and talk about evil before. Because my soul is clean and my spirit is too. Okay, so dang, something don't want to go out. Let me try this again. Ooh, something about your body. So this is back what I was saying about when you was a child, about that information. I don't want to repeat it. You know, you said no, okay, when this family member tried to do this to you. Like I said, you guys could have grown up. And you just, Nature's Creator, I'm glad you came on this channel, because you just let me know as a reader that I was on point about people that grew up in religious families, and some people grew up in families that were spiritual instead of religious, or some people could have grew up in family members with religion and also as well as spiritual. But this let me know that when you was a child, or when this information happened, because some people wait until people 18 to try to do that weird stuff, you know, weird family affairs, and you said heck no. So this is letting me know that you have what they call that, self-respect for yourself and your body. You guys have self-respect for your nature as well, because you know, out in nature, you have self-respect for your whatever you believe in that you feel is right for you. You have self-respect for that. Okay. And it says your body deserves your love. So you love yourself, you love your body, or you saying no to those things or those weird affairs. Just let me tell you that that's loving yourself. You know, doing things that is good for your body and makes your body feel good. It's loving yourself. Okay. You grew up, Nature's Creator, you said you grew up. I like people that are different from me. I just feel like you don't have to disrespect people if you have your own opinion. That's why I didn't disrespect you. But I give you, you said I grew up in a family that wasn't religious or spiritual. Oh, that's different. See, you know, that's crazy, because I'm glad you came on here. You're the first person that actually told me that somebody you know, that didn't have either or. Now, I didn't grow up in a spiritual. I became spiritual as I grew up into my own life. But when I was young, I grew up in a Christian home, in a religious family setting, and we went by, you know, those type of things, Bible study and all of that. So yeah, so I know I have both of the best worlds. You too. Have a good night. Okay, let me see. I think that's all I need to tell you guys when it comes to that, because I was shuffling them cards, and when it's like that, you know, well, readers, they know that they can't. It's just that it's only 39 minutes. Thank you guys, whoever liked my video, and all of you guys that's nice on me. Even Nature's Creator, you had a different opinion. You cool too. Thanks for coming on here. and all of that. So let me see. Let me give you a ending message for a positive message for everybody that came on this reading. Um, yeah. And then another reason why I don't get upset with like stuff that Nature's Creator has said, it depends on how the person is coming. I don't know if this is a woman or a man, but whoever it was. Because you never know why people ask questions or do that too. Even though it's really not their business, but you just never know. Curiosity is a natural thing for human nature, as long as you're not overdoing it. But sure, if I was going on somebody's charm, I want to make sure they have a pure heart, or they they live the lifestyle that they're saying. They're not out here doing that. Okay, it's not personal. So somebody must have told you this. They must have said it's not personal. Something about a cell phone. Something about you receiving gifts with this X. The X is in runes. It means gifts. People reactions or opinions of you are really not about you at all. Okay, kind of like what I was saying with nature, but just a little different. People tend to project their own insecurities or fears onto one another. So when someone speaks unkindly to you, remember they have something going on that has nothing to do with you. Okay, so this is what was when this person was attacking you as a child, or it was your father, whatever resonates with you. If you go back and read, you'll understand. And something about a cell phone. You shouldn't worry about people's opinions and their projections and stuff, their fears. Somebody probably was a fear monger in you when you was a child, always constantly putting fear in your heart about things, or just saying things to you to make you insecure when you was a child. Okay, but you don't take it personal, because it's basically saying don't take it personal, because this is something that has to do with them. So when people come at people like that and they attack them, it's usually something that has to do with them, because if a person is not putting somebody in physical harm way, an intelligent person, or or they're not involved in that type of energy, or it's not going on, around them and that type of thing, you can care less what people think and say, because you can't change people even if you wanted to anyway. God gave everybody their own brain and free will to make whatever decisions they want to make, until people start abusing people, and that's when the karma comes. Whether it's physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse. So I'm feeling like family affairs. If you wasn't abused in these type of ways, you witnessed it or heard about it a lot in your family. Creator of happiness. So you're a creator of happiness. Okay, so reclaim your power to create your own joy and happiness. It is not dependent on any outside source or individuals, therefore it cannot be taken away. Didn't I say something about taking when I was doing those things? Okay, when I was doing these letters. Okay, something about taking. You may have felt like something was taken away from you too. It can always be found within you. Okay, so something can always. So in the beginning, this is good information right here, and in the end, it ends with a sunniness. So the sun will shine. Okay, and you will be holding joy and happiness. Just stay. You will understand more than I do, because this is your reading. But you guys have a good rest of your night. I like this late light reading. It's different. I popped on here because I was guided to. And I'm going to just keep following my intuition to help you guys either heal whatever you get from this message, whether it's entertainment, you need somebody to talk to, confirmation, clarity, or just wisdom, knowledge, or learning. Okay, so you guys have a good rest of your night. I'm finna go enjoy the rest of my night without being evil, and because that is not my character. And just continue to catch you guys in the next video.